How's it going, everyone? I'm Retired here, and today I'm just going to be giving you a first impressions of Crest. Crest is a religion simulator, and I would have to say this is a sponsored video, by the way. Developers have been kind enough to send me a key to play, to see if I like it or not, and to let you guys know if it's worth your time or not. Now, you guys know that I'll be very, very honest with you. I will not tell you, oh, it's really good just because a developer gave it to me. I will just be plain old honest anyways. And as of right now, I've played a couple of hours, and my impressions of it are quite actually positive. I don't think I would have played a game like this if it wasn't shown to me, because there's, you know, how the gaming market is so overflooded by so many games and by so many indie developers. So yeah, so let's just get into it. First off, it is a religion simulator, but it's very important to know that it's not on a certain religion. It is very ambiguous. So it's made for, it's made to tell your own story. This will tell you your own story and how your story unfolds, on how you give commandments to your people and how they either follow or they really don't follow. So as of right now, I'm just gonna go through the tutorial. As you can see, open the world tablet, and it's very, very easy. The tutorial, it really tells you what to do. So here you have your savannah. This is your one of the small cities in the savannah condition, and you put an action, and you put your target to your target from your condition to action. So this would be food. So we want our followers to produce food, and afterwards you just press commandment, and you've just proclaimed to your people that they need to gather food, right? So it'll show you like your followers that are actually gathering food. Now you can see they're gathering food. And this is how you kind of have a little island here, and little islets. That's how you say it. And you start off by just one small village. And you're probably wondering, like, who is that? This is the priestess or priest that'll come into play. And the priest or priestess will actually try to give commandments to you, suggest commandments, and it tries to influence other settlements that'll be around you. So if you start listening to your priestess, to all the suggestions, then yeah, it's quite fun to see what happens. People go to war for the smallest things, or they just die off because they starve because other settlements actually listening to what another settlement is saying. So see, it says open the commandment tablet, press C. It'll actually give you the commandment tablet. It'll tell you what it is. A commandment's energy is reduced when an association is manifested. At zero energy, it is forgone and removed. So here you'll actually see your commandment and the associations. So an association manifests over time. Cities, fate, and doctrine affect how quick associations manifest. Each city follows either the original commandment or one of the associations. So they'll either follow the original commandment or an association to your commandment. I know I don't know if it's confusing to you or not at the beginning, but as the game progresses, you start to understand as you see those associations are either stronger or your commandment is stronger. So I ask you here, click on the city, and now it says to click needs. So your needs are right here, and it tells you what everything is. So fate, doctrine, age, so young from birth to old age. You have your metals, your production, wealth, expertise, gems, prosperity, your food, which is what we're making our guys doing right now, and you have fertility. Yeah, okay, so let's press needs, and you'll see in this diagram what people need, what they have achieved, what they crave, and what they need. Right now, as you can see, people are craving well, offspring. You know, it's it's pretty straightforward what the people need to do in their life, I think, sometimes. So let's click on the follower here. Let's click on him. So in the follower pop-up, they'll show you what they're doing, if they're happy, if they're unhappy, currently living in which city, what they're doing, their personal needs. Like this guy's personal needs is farming. This guy's current action is we're farming. So yeah, this is quite straightforward. It's very easy to understand. So let's open the calendar, which we do by pressing B. So this calendar will let you know how much time has passed. It also shows urgent matters that you need to know. For example, if a city is about to starve on the 7th period, the calendar will show it, and you will have time to make the city gather food. Now, I've tried this out. In one playthrough, I've made like every city starve. I didn't make them do anything except procreate, and they just starved off after like the 5th cycle, which is it was very quick. So now we'll click on the chronicler. So the chronicler will actually show you the commandments that you've given. So this is where the story, how your story unfolds on how you're making your followers do and what they're doing. Okay, it's like very straightforward. So you'll have your chronicler right there. Blah blah, humble servant. So you'll see that you started off, a new era began, and this is your first commandment that you gave. And as time passes by, that wheel becomes longer and longer and longer and longer. Trust me, it becomes quite convoluted at times. There's so many of them. So now we need to make our followers create newborns. So what we want to do is, this is doctrine, sorry. I'll just tell you what it is. So what we need to do is open our commandment tablet. And we want our Savannah, which is this here, to produce babies. So you click on this here, and let's just fast forward really quickly. As you saw that they like that, right? Of course they like it. Anyways, human nature to reprocreate and whatnot. There you go. It has like a very unique art style, I would have to say. It's quite enjoyable. It's different. Apparently this is how people reprocreate. Pretty much, I guess, if you think about it that way. Yeah. And as you can see, your fertility rate actually goes up. And let's see here, we don't have any associations yet. So if you're asking if there's any little bugs as of yet, yes, there's some little bugs here and there, but there's a magnificent way of reporting that bug once you actually go out of your game. It's a very quick reporting system. Just type in what you need to report, and it's quite easily done. There's nothing very difficult about it. And oh my god, let's go. Create that baby. Okay, perfect. So now followers can carry a maximum of 3 children at the same time. A baby will stay with a parent until they grow up. If a follower have a child when they will consume more food from the storage, they'll move out when there is free empty space in the city. So let's do it. Make your followers migrate into a new city. So what we can do is we are in the savannah, so we'll do this, and we'll do here. Our commandment, migrate, and let's say we can either say desert or jungle. So let's put jungle. Both. And as time passes by, we'll just fast forward here and see when one guy is going to actually go out. So this guy's going out. That's the closest here. And let's see what's this going to do. Where is he going to go? All the way here to some dude, this guy's going very far actually. So yeah, this is kind of the end of the tutorial. It's super easy to understand. I would say it's worth your time. It's a very relaxing game. There's no real super big management into it, but you have to make sure that you're putting commandments. You can have very ridiculous commandments if you want, and there's destroy, there's don't destroy, don't consume, distribute. All those commandments that we were told, like be kind to your neighbor and all that good stuff, right? And here you can see commandments that have not been discovered as of yet. And as you give commandments in the long run, you will discover more and more. So as you can see that from the blue bar here, this is gonna go up. Okay. And if I want to do this, right now we're in the jungle, so I will want to make a commandment. I do jungle produce food. We want to do that, right? And we want to have jungle produce farm as well, because we want them to have farms. Sometimes they don't listen, you know, as you can see, they're kind of like, man, I don't want to really do that, man. But yeah, I mean, there's even a metal, so you can do jungle produce metals. Poof, they still don't like that, right? So you have to play around. And let's go see our cycle here. In our second period, where there's not really anything that we're being told, but most of the time it's much more about starving than anything else. And this is what I was speaking about before. This means an association proposal, which means that this priestess here is gonna say, hey, why don't you tell people to, you know, reproduce only. And there you go, so you can do this. Let's do this. Produce farm. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So let's look at both cities and see what happens from that suggestion and that commandment. See, nothing really happens. It was neutral. All right. Sometimes something happens, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it goes down. They're just like, why? No, we don't like your commandment. And if they get dissatisfied, they just do whatever they want. Now there is a underworld option as well, so when you have a follower that dies, you can actually click on that, and the follower that died will actually tell you, not tell you, but he or she will be giving you advice on how to be giving commandments and what worked for them at that time. So as you guys see, that guy's, he's not happy, he's just doing whatever he wants right now. So we can do jungle. You know, you need to produce some food, guys. You know, you need to make me some food. See, this, some people will be unhappy right away no matter what you do, which is kind of like real life, right? So yeah, guys, Crest, in my opinion, is a very relaxing game, something that's very different. Art style is different from your typical game as well. In my really honest opinion, I believe it's worth a buy. It's worth your time to, you know, just something where you've had a long day, just, hey, I want to bark some orders to someone else, right? I'll tell my followers what to do. I'll give them some commandments, and let's see how they feel about that. Right? It could be something like that, but for me, it is worth your time. I do believe the game is $10. I'm speaking Canadian dollars, so in US dollars, that's probably about $7.50, $8. Correct me if I am wrong in that regards. And if there is a sale, definitely it's worth to pick up. And even if there is not a sale, I believe it is worth to pick up anyways. So I'm Unretired, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you would like to see more videos of Crest, do put your comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Ooh, distribute. Be generous. Take care, guys.